Yo, what's good, what's good, what's good? It's your man, 100 Grand Ross with The Rock Never Stops. Today, I want to holla at your boy, the Charlotte Hornets. They didn't get the number one pick, but damn it, they got a one hell of a consolation prize. They get Scoot Henderson at number two. I'm going to dive into that in this video. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button for me, hit subscribe, and the bell for notifications. The Charlotte Hornets. Damn it, I think it has to be something about Michael Jordan finally deciding to sell the team. I think that's what it is. That has to be what it is. This team has been in the mire, in the muck, has not been able to get out of it, seems to only be able to get in its own way. And I think it starts at the top. It starts with Mr. Michael Jordan, probably one of the losingest franchise team governors that the NBA has ever seen. For as great as he's been as a player and as an athlete on the court, he has been just as morbid, as lackluster, as unexcitable as an organizational head in the NBA. This team, when I remember, and I'm gonna say I follow this team. I remember when they had Alonzo Mourning, and they had Grandmama, right, and Larry Johnson, right, and they had Muggsy Bogues, right, and they had Blake Wesley, right, they had Jamal Mashburn, right. I remember those teams. I remember those squads. I can go even further back with Vlade Divac, right. I remember the squads going at Michael Jordan head to head, right. I remember the teams after that, right. I remember the Kemba Walker and the Al Jefferson with Paul Millsap, right? They had them Alabama, Mississippi, down south boys in that front court, and they was banging with everybody, and they got into the playoffs. I remember when they picked up a Gordon Hayward, and they thought their luck was going to change, only to watch injuries pile up and the team underachieve year after year after year after year. And then they finally break free, and they luck out, and they get LaMelo Ball, the number 3 pick. And I believe it was the 2021 NBA draft. And they get LaMelo Ball. They get talent. They pick up a Miles Bridges the year before. They got a little bit more talent. And then last year, they actually did pretty good. They got Mark Williams in the draft. They got even more talent. They got P.J. Washington. And yet, this team underachieved. No matter how much talent it seemed to get, it underachieved. But here comes the number 2 pick. And it's without a doubt Scoot Henderson. I can tell you right now, Scoot Henderson is going to take the place of not so scary Terry Rozier. He's going to get moved to the bench as a 6th man. It's the only thing for him to do. Because this team can't win with a guy who thinks he's the best player on the team, who shoots as a streaky shooter, doesn't put enough pressure on the rim, doesn't get to the free throw line, and hurts you defensively as much as he helps you potentially at his best offensively. He's not somebody you're going to win with. But Scoot mother-freaking Henderson, he is the thought of the day. He is the topic and the headline of the hour. He is the individual who's going to bring some changes. As Michael Jordan finally steps aside, stops challenging guys in practice and trying to stroke his ego by beating them one-on-one and destroying a young, talented player, right? As he steps away from the court finally and does something else with his life. You know, do like Kareem and just show up and just wave to the fans. You know, that's all we need you to do. Don't mess with the team. Stay off the court. And let Scoot Henderson and LaMelo Ball rock. Let these boys do what they do. Because when you got a player like Scoot Henderson who's going to be able to get to the rim at will in the NBA, it is a skill he will have the ability to do from day one. If you know anything about Scoot Henderson, you know that he decided to go into the G League to play professionally at the age of 17, where most kids are still dealing with puberty and trying to figure out which girl they want to carry the book bags for and potentially buy something in the lunch line for to try to get their attention, sliding a note across 4 other classmates with a question that says, "Do you like me?" Would you like to go out? Circle yes, circle maybe, circle no. Please don't circle no. He was playing against grown-ass men in the G League, playing against NCAA Division I All-Stars. Desperate young men trying to carve out an opportunity to get into the NBA. That's who he was playing against day in and day out, practicing with, traveling with, learning from. That is what he chose at 17. And so now, 2 years later, that he's entering into this draft for 2023 as a 19-year-old, we have to recognize that he's cut from a different cloth. He has been raised and bred differently, similar to a LaMelo Ball. They didn't take a traditional route. They didn't try to go down the path well paved, the one that everybody was sliding their way down. And it's not to take anything away from those who do take the path to go, high school and then they do high school prep, get that extra year and then graduate at 19, and then they go and play Division I ball, because they're a little bit older and they have a chance to really excel a little bit more. And then they go into the NBA draft at the age of 20, 21, and then they are more mature physically and they've built up some more confidence. There's a traditional route that most guys go. And then there's a Scoot Henderson. There's a LaMelo Ball. Guys that are built different because they plan to do something different. They have a different outlook for themselves. They're not just happy to be here. They're not just here to make some money. They're here to do damage. They're here to make a name for themselves. They're here to create a legacy. They are here to do something that only a few players dare to believe that they can do in their careers in the sport of basketball. They're here to be great. Scoot Henderson, welcome to the Charlotte Hornets. Welcome to change. Welcome to taking a path to do something the Charlotte Hornets have never been able to do. Have a chance at winning. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button for me. Hit subscribe and the bell for notifications. I'm coming at y'all fire all week. I'm going to get at y'all next time. Peace.